Okay. So I'm doing somebody's chart who is actually brilliant, genius, that kind of thing. His name is Benny Blanco. Um, he's basically everything he's actually doing is heading one way, and we call that they're all different stars in his chart, and one of them is what we call the star of the arts. And so then he's got the heaven star of virtue. He's also got the month star of virtue. He's got an academic star and he's got a nobleman star, as well as he is yang earth, so he is that earth. This is the mountain. So people go to the mountain. Even Muhammad went to the mountain, so that kind of thing. And he sits on the tiger. The tiger is elementally a wood element. That's his power. Because it's yang yang, what happens here is his power is unconventional. So it's extreme power. He just doesn't realize it's actually extreme power, because at the same time, he's still very humble in that way. But he does have the power to command. That's what he sits on. Eh, to explain this a little bit more, but this person used her shit for power, is Hillary Clinton. She started wars in 5 different countries and blah, 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 blah. But very humble in this case because of everything else that he actually has. But he is heading to a spiritual oriented type of a career in what he does. And he is this, Songwriter of the Year award 5 times by a certain, it's called BMI or something like that. He's the iHeartRadio, also his record producer, DJ, songwriter, record executive. He's a Starlight Award and Hall of Fame. Okay, so he's done all that, and he's only 34. He's still a baby. Yeah, he's also contributed to the sale of over 500 million albums worldwide. Who you're thinking? Charlie Puth, Kanye West, Bieber, Maroon 5, Avicii, Juice WRLD, Britney, trying to think, Ed Sheeran, Rihanna, The Weeknd, Selena, Katy Perry. I just said everyone I listen to, kind of thing. BTS, and now BTS. Okay, so this video came up while I'm watching Korean period movies, and so it kept coming up. I love it. It makes me laugh. Um, and he is hilarious. He just doesn't realize how he's not superficial. He's none of that. So he is this Yang Earth. Yang Earth is a natural warrior. Yang Earth overthinks things. Yang Earth is the nurse, the doctor, the carer, the social worker. So he cares. He's not just there producing. He actually cares. All right. So I'm going to put the link to the video, to the to the song, and then you can see how funny this guy is. I mean, he's sitting there with, I'm assuming it's his mum, making, BTS things to go to a concert, to one of their concerts. So he also has in his chart, he has fire, he has wood here, and earth. It means nothing to you guys, but it just means that he's got fire, he's earth, he's got wood. So how this works is this wood, which is his power, okay, and it feeds the fire, which then feeds him. And in turn, because it's such a beautiful cycle, then the metal comes out. And metal is his talents, his expressions, his skills. And in 2017, at 29, he came into a cycle, and it's metal on fire. Before that, he was on earth and fire. So what this means is at 29, it was a huge change for him. And it's like anything he touched, that I call it selling ice to the Eskimos, you know. Yeah. It's like that, but it sits on fire. So this metal, it's not just his blah, 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 but there's fire here, and this fire molds. So this fire down here molds this metal into something useful. So anything that he does is bloody useful. You know, it's going a long way. It's not just short. And the horse is actually spirit. So this horse also means at 29, when I said he's heading for to a spiritual orientation, career wise, etc., is the horse, the dog, and the tiger are what's called a healer. So really, he's like, he just has to put it out there and it's healing somewhere or another. Okay. I don't think he realizes that. He has this horse which is also spirit, and when it's 39, at 39 this changes, of course, and he comes into what we call a nobleman. And a nobleman means he has spirit guides, helpful people, guardian angels, all of that. All he has to do, and that's for 10 years, all he has to do is just ask, you know, please open the door for this, please open the door for this. That same element that comes at 49 is the goat, and 1 to 3 p.m. every day is a goat. So ask for what you want, Benny. Yeah, not that you need anything, but okay. So also the wood that is actually here means it's the month star of virtue. It means this guy's very bright. Okay. This is the kind of chart I do in class, you know, to show how amazing a person's chart is. Don't get a big head, mate. Speaking of head, he's got this unruly hair like my children did when they were little. And now they just straighten it all. But yeah. And this wood, though, this power, as it is a power element, his wood is his power. It's not used for power here, but it can be. It's used for virtue in this case, right? Hillary used it for power. So it's for virtue. He has charisma. He knows how to handle people. He knows how to control people. Even if they can't stand him, they will still respect him in that sense. Okay, there's a bit of that respect still there, which also means that he could turn around and become a Gandhi. Yeah, I know, you're probably laughing your head off. But yeah, you never know. What's wrong with that? And then what he has this is the dog, which is the earth element. And this is an artistic quality, it's an artistic influence. And he's born with it. This is 0 to 15, this side of it. It's his lineage. So he comes from artistic people as well, but we see his power, etc. So that artistic influence is like, it's like an art form, like he's painting a canvas, but it's not an actual canvas, it's his work. And he's just adding to it, okay? The yin and the yang. And he steps out and risks rejection. So actually having a collaboration with BTS could lose him a lot of things as well, but yeah, he didn't see it that way, okay? And he steps out, he risks rejection, he's developing his own work, his own style. And again, as I said, it's a spiritually oriented career. It means there's an interest in the arts, but then that arts becomes a spiritual sense. It's kind of like he doesn't have to even think, he just downloads it all. He just sits there and it downloads. Pretty good. Okay. What else do I have to say about him? Oh, before he turned 29, he had Earth and it was a snake. The snake is actually his academic star. The academic star means the whole 10 years that he's there, he leaves a legacy behind from that 10 years from when he began at 19 to 29. It was 10 years of it. It doesn't mean it's no longer there at 29. It actually is there every day from 9 to 11 is a snake 2 hours as well. All right. So for him, the most challenging month for him is actually August. And the song came out in August, so it was really cool, which is metal. And the metal is his talents and his skills. And the month happens to be the same yang earth on metal. So it means he's made this with people like himself, and it's a song. And metal is singing, it's IT, anything that has that groove type thing. Yeah. So there you go. And brilliant guy. I know I should have done his chat with Snoop because the song is also with Snoop, but next time. But just check it out. I'll put the link. It is really funny. It's called Bad Decisions, and yeah, he's just preparing to go to a BTS concert. And I heard one of the girls sent me that in an interview, he said he was standing next to, he went to a concert and one of the 5 concerts, and he was standing next to a 60-year-old. And he says to the 60-year-old, "Oh, did you bring your daughter here or whatever?" And she says, "No, I'm here on my own." That'd be me. I've told my kids it's what I want for my birthday, Christmas, whatever. BTS ticket. All right. Have a good day.